What is up, everybody? Noomer here, bringing you guys some Priestess gameplay. In this gameplay, I am playing with Psyche going against a Nightmare on Leo's memory. As you can see based off of the spawns and at that window, I can see that he's exactly coming for me. And if you don't already know, I like to bring Knee Jerk on Priestess, max healing, and pretty much that's really all that matters. Personally, I think Knee Jerk is better. And as you're going to see, I like to transition a lot. Um, and with the Priestess portals, kind of like when I'm in a bind is when I tend to use them. You can see here, if you don't know, when Nightmare looks at the ground, he actually gets a speed boost. So you can see he's on my ass like white on rice. I am going to unfortunately have to portal and potentially give a free hit here. But good news is I did know Knight was at middle. Did not trust him, but I should have. And you can see here, he misses his first prediction, but hits the second one. At this point, I'm thinking I'm going to give a hit, and I end up getting a fortunate pallet stun, which is essentially going to change the game, because you have to think, when you kite to get support, the Cypher Rush will be slower, so you want to benefit from it. Now at this point, I do end up doing my typical normal moves, portal tricking him. If you don't know how to do it, I can explain it in another video with Priestess, and you're going to see I'm going to end up using my knee jerk, which is on cooldown at the top left if you can't see it. And the Nightmare is trying to mind game me here. Ends up, a little bit working out here. Potentially use his warp, which at this point, we really didn't know what he had, just because the kite is going on for so long, as we're going to see two ciphers pop, half of them being at 50%. And you're just going to see me continuously transition this hunter. And this is an S-Badge Nightmare, guys. So it's not like we're going against, nobody. And I just want to mention, guys, if you do enjoy this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I think I'll be dropping a few more Priestess videos before we essentially see what you guys truly want to see next. Now, at this point, I will be giving a free hit because there's not really much I can do. I can vault, but I will risk into a Terror Shock. And in this case, we're actually going to see the Nightmare use his ability finally, which will be Warp. And here comes Psyche using the best ball known to man, one of the best acrobats in NAEU. And of course, I got to troll the man. He's literally one of my closest friends as far as Identity 5. Now, he's going to body block for me because I am at a half HP. And Nightmare excels on getting an early down fast, which him, extending this kite for me with the last two ciphers already being worked on. We're in a very good position. Now, we will see actually the Nightmare does not want to chase me anymore, and is going to actually end up going after this acrobat, which again is Psyche. Now, something I did forget to mention to Psyche was the fact that this Nightmare did have the Revelation skill up, which I will be teaching you guys, but first I want to demonstrate here. You're going to see Psyche drop down this pallet, and you're going to see this Nightmare instantly break it. Now, a lot of people may have questions in regards to, well, how does that ability work? I'm going to throw it here on screen. If a survivor pallet stuns the Nightmare during a dive, which we saw earlier in this video by me, he will gain the Revelation effect. The next time he dives into a pallet, it will literally ignore everything. I'm talking, it won't be a pallet stun, that will be ignored, and you will take a hit. As you can see what happened to Psyche, the pallet will instantly break with no animation as far as what we just saw him do against the Knight. Now, good prediction. So that's just something to worry about and watch out for, as a lot of people actually do not know about that. Another tip and trick is that if he does not have his first presence, he cannot teleport with the crow. I'm not sure what the Knight was doing there, but that's a-okay. He's been playing fine the rest of this match. Now, something also to remember is that we're 4 minutes into this video, which means we're 4 minutes into this match. We have the last cipher at 70%, and this Nightmare is not stupid. They are S1 for a reason. So you're going to see them actually use that crow because they do have presence to teleport onto this Lancer Nest. Now, in regards to how her abilities work, that's going to have to be for a different video. You're going to see she does end up getting hit here because of his, obviously, first presence dive. And amazing job by this Lanterness, forcing Trey as well. Good flywheel. Would have been a little late if it wasn't for the tree, but shout out to the tree saving the match here. And again, most, Nightmares, now that they have, second presence, they will be able to do their double dive. And notice how the Knight actually got healed up to go in for the rescue, as I actually started a new cipher that was around 40%, and we are going to prime this one. But she will eventually go basement, but no worries. Again, a Knight with one prediction in a dream can make some stuff happen. And honestly, I wouldn't even use my ability, and that's exactly what this knight's gonna do. Just gonna get this free rescue, knowing that warp is on cooldown, and even the nightmare knows he's still trying to salvage this match because his endgame is so strong if used correctly. And you're gonna see that they're not trying to give a free hit in basement to allow him to come back. So they're just gonna heal as much as possible. Maybe they were a duo, maybe they weren't, because for some reason, simultaneously, they both use their abilities. One escapes basement, one tries to double predict, gets both of them wrong. But what is the nightmare going to do? He's going to wait till that warp is up because he's going to have a warp, a crow, and a dream. So this knight does know he's going to do that. So he's going to wait to vault this window, pop, focus on the cooting so we can get the hell up out of here. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Now he does end up kiting towards me, but I have not been shared once. So it is okay. And I also have a Priestess Global. And he's actually going to switch, but I'm gone. Like the wind bullseye. And here comes the Lanternist, gonna kite towards dungeon. And at this point, I don't believe the Nightmare is even going to commit to him. Just trying to find out where that knight went exactly. And I think even this Lanternist was a bit confused. Dropping a pallet and locking it for 1 second. Not even really gonna do much here, as he's literally just gonna leave her. There is one crow on her gate and one that he's throwing on the other that he may try to go to, but he actually just ends up teleporting to us. Actually saw me, but didn't? Not really too sure. Maybe he didn't want to go back and look. And you're going to see Psyche is going to end up kiting here endgame. And you know how Acrobat is, guys. And I already got the gate open, and he can tell. So he's going to just try to commit to getting a one-man. And guess what? It's not actually going to be Psyche. He's going to use that crow teleportation to go to Lanternus. And she gets the gate open, but unfortunately gets smacked out of her ability. Now, if you guys want an up-and-coming video to explain how that exactly works, I don't mind. Just let me know in the comment section below. I will link Psyche's channel because he does like to stream, I think twice a week. But I appreciate you guys. I love y'all. Thank you for coming to this video. If you don't already know what I'm going to say, I'm Numer, and I'm out.